meditation enhances the relationships in the beginning. Then slowly it transforms the relationships into friendships. So, talking about relationships in the context of emotional intelligence, we put up this wheel of five things: self awareness, self expression, inspiration, empathy, and engagement. So we said self awareness is we are constantly aware of our inner feelings and emotions, and as a result, we're able to take a better action. So now we start expressing things that we feel are necessary for us to move into a higher version of ourselves, to become more happy. So when we ask, when we open up, and then we are positive about it, naturally we start going to get that into our life. It's either out of fear, either out of a belief system that we do not want to express. But all of that, we slowly move away from these fears. We recognize that everything is coming from the position of I am much larger. I am this quantum field. I am this infinity. The more we experience, the more we recognize that. So we express. Meditators gain that courage to express, recognize, and understand. We have an experience, and then we take that into our hands. And then once we start expressing, and when we start gaining what we want, we change our role and do things, we are automatically happy. We are moving towards an happiness zone. We start getting contented, fulfilled. Every day becomes joyful because you have something to look for. You are doing something that really interests you, and so you're happy, you're aligned, and that is sufficient to carry our rest of the day. When we enjoy what we do, the time doesn't matter, space doesn't matter, and so we naturally inspire others. We provide that inspiration to others. People start looking at us saying, okay, I should be like that too. So we become empathetic to understand. We're not expressing sympathy. Empathy and sympathy are different. Sympathy is where you recognize that somebody is going through troubles, and so then you start attaching to them, their emotions, their feelings, their life events. So you express sympathy. For meditators, it is not sympathetic anymore because we recognize we're all coming from our own experience. Everything is happening through our own thoughts and feelings. Being empathetic is to understand a child has come here for their own experience. If they're failing in exams or if they're doing low marks, sure enough that the child is going to feel low at that point. Is sure enough. Support them at that point. The reason is that everybody has their own experience. So how much of we tell, they may not take it. Failures will happen, allowing imperfections to happen. When you do that difference, people thrive. They will automatically become very self-responsible slowly. With these understanding difference, meditators are with a lot of confidence, a lot of better relationships. People are coming to them, they're seeking your help. You naturally become a natural magnet in your work environment or in your community. Happy morning, everybody. Great afternoon and wonderful evening. As we're getting closer to the end of fourth week, so we'll start practicing little longer meditations. Of course, there's plenty of opportunity these 3 days where we're doing this workshop on manifestation to go into the details of goal setting and belief reprogramming. So we are actually going to have a long meditations every day, today, tomorrow, and day after, evenings, in addition to our morning time. So there are a lot of opportunities to go longer, explore longer. If we practice those four principles from yesterday, from the four agreements, we actually can build great relationships. Being impeccable with words, not making assumptions, not taking anything personally, And then accepting that when something happens where we actually say something, but it is okay to move on. Do the best and then move on. When you do these four, and if you can practice that, we naturally will have the most fulfilling relationships. We'll understand today the remaining cycle of the emotional intelligence after meditation. We'll go we'll go longer today. When you're going into this meditation, you want to remind that make it unpredictable. The more you make it unpredictable, as if you're going into meditation for the first time, you're doing meditation, the more the more unexpected can happen. So go in as if it's going into the first time, just relaxing into it. It's a fun activity, it's not a very serious activity. Relax yourself. And when thoughts are coming, so bring back your attention. My guidance is secondary, as I always said. In case you feel you are in an empty state of mind, you should continue to be in that state. If you are in a trance state where you can't hear the music or my guidance, or you hear some faint background voice or music, you can continue to be in that state than to pull yourself back into listen to my guidance. Not necessary. But of course, if you're in thought state, then you're bringing back your attention to the breath. So today's meditation will be a little longer, and then towards the end, we're also briefly relaxing and lying down. If anybody wants to lie down, slightly, a little bit. Otherwise, you can continue on the chair and do so. All emptiness is energy. So when I mentioned that this field of abundance of energies, of healing energy, mystical energy, miraculous energy, empowerment energy, love energy, our passion energy, creative energy, any of those, every energy translates to set of experiences, right? Every energy translates to a set of experiences to us. Whatever that means to us in terms of our goals, in terms of future experiences that you already tied them to. Suppose in your mind movie, you got a set of scenes, and there is confidence that you got. So it's because you're doing certain things, you feel a lot more confident, or you feel a lot more free now in your mind movie. You have a lot of freedom to do things which is otherwise not there. So you're doing things. So all the experiences relating to freedom, I call that freedom energy. Ultimately, that energy which translates to an experience which gives you that feeling of freedom. So when I say tune in to the abundance of healing energy, mystical energy, blah, blah, or whatever that you would like, whatever that you may become aware of, you have an option. We are working on health, and health means a bunch of things for you in walking up the stairs or running, or being able to travel with your family members regularly, whatever that health means to you. That's already tied to that healing energy. So when you bring up that awareness, meaning the moment a thought in a non-empty in an empty state, the moment a thought goes out of your mind in that empty state of mind, so mind is transcending slowly into the consciousness. Some thoughts are body oriented, some are non body oriented. In an empty state of mind, when it's putting an awareness, at that point you are in the consciousness or the non local mind, what we call. The moment you put your awareness on healing energy, so a whole bunch of things get tied to it, because that healing energy means you are seeking a certain experiences. So the moment you're aware of this healing energy, all you have to do is to say healing energy with your awareness. Then you're invoking the potentials around healing energy that is so relevant for you, because you are dreaming about that experience of healing energy in your mind movie. So you have an option there. I'll just simply be in that empty state of mind. You don't have to do anything. Be in that empty state of mind, and what is required to be done is getting done. So being in the empty state, what is required to be done is getting done. So it is fine. Consciously be aware of this emptiness if you can. If you're not, it is okay. If you're a person who just wants to be with the breath, then observe the breath and slowly takes you somewhere. That's fine. Some people, when I'm guiding, become aware of that emptiness of no body, no thing. Some people are able to latch on to that and then consciously are aware of finding that emptiness all around. Some are not able to do, but this is just fine. Both are right. Both are right. Some require that support, some do not require it. Some initially require it, then slowly they slip into this emptiness, then they don't know what's happening. So there are various, everything is right. So nothing is wrong, or no, we don't look at it and say, hey, I'm not experiencing emptiness. So what does it mean? It'll come. Just like a bliss experience will come, just like a transcendental experience is coming. This also will come. Someday you will come out and say, today I just felt so awesome. I've just been into this, my states of emptiness. Totally. I didn't find anything around me. I merged into it myself. So let's go into this meditation once again today, dear friends. Relax yourself. We're going to do it about 55 minutes of meditation. Those of you new, we are doing breath mindfulness meditation or anapanasati. Our goal is to empty the mind. When you observe the breath with your eyes closed, specs removed, 1, fingers into fingers, rest your hands comfortably in your lap, 2, cross your feet at ankle, 3, cross your feet at ankle, sit comfortably, take back support if required, and then in that state, observe your natural breath is going in and coming out. Natural breath is going in and coming out at this point. That take a reference point. See, the breath is going in through the nostril and coming out of the nostrils. Could be the same nostril, different nostril, doesn't matter. So breath is going in and coming out. And when you observe the breath, that natural breath, slowly mind becomes empty. And as you continue to observe the breath, then slowly mind becomes totally empty, and then we experience energy. That emptiness is energy. So we experience energy either as some kind of sensations, feelings, visions, colors, many things in the body, in the mind. Or you may not experience anything at all. That's also fine. So as we're emptying our mind, we lose a sense of time and space. We forget about ourselves, we forget about our environment, people, places, we forget our past. So we are in this absolute nothingness. It could be dark, it could be black, it could be gray, it could be bluish, it could be light, totally light everywhere. Some people said it's a light, yellow light, right? Any of those, it could be any form, doesn't whatever that. But the characteristic of that is that you don't find anything in it. It's all totally empty, right? It's all totally empty. And so that is the state. Now, some notice, some don't notice. Some are just gone into an empty state where they're not consciously aware. So it's all fine, all right? So you are in this, as empty the mind, you are experiencing energy, many forms, or may not experience anything, but continue to be in that. In case you are in thought, bring your attention back to the breath again. If you find you're thinking, bring your attention back to the breath, and then again observe the breath. Before going into this meditation called Anapanasati, we are practicing something called heart elevation. Follow my guidance actively for this heart elevation process. Relax yourself, dear friend. Sit comfortably with your eyes closed. Relax your body. Dear friends, with your eyes closed, remove your specs. Keep your hands on your chest area. Rest your attention on your breath and on your sacred heart. Take a slow, long, relaxing breath. And can you feel your beautiful heart? Breathe more for the next 2 minutes of that slow, relaxing breath. And feel your heart center. Breathe in and feel this loving heart. Which has been helping us ever since we came into existence. Come on, feel it, dear friends. Just feel the rhythm, feel the beat of this beautiful, loving heart, which is the core or the root of all emotions, which is the cause of all life experiences. With its emotional energy, with its love, gratitude, compassion, breathe into your heart center and come on, feel your beautiful heart. And I want you to fill up this beautiful center with that emotions of love, gratitude, compassion, appreciation. Recollect an event from your life of love, of gratitude, and relive that moment, or bring up an event or an experience from your future, from your mind movie. And come on, live that experience, dear friends, and then fill up your heart center with that heightened emotion. Feel more of that emotion, experience more of the love, gratitude, compassion. Come on, allow yourself to expand your heart center. The more we feel and experience that emotion, dear friends, the more we expand that energy field. Allow yourself to feel the oneness with all things and everybody inside that experience. Love, gratitude, kindness, appreciation, compassion, or all the ways to become one again. Feel more of it. Relive that moment. Live that experience of your future, dear friends. Come on, feel it. The more we express love, the more we appreciate, the more we are joyful, compassionate, the more we slow down, the more we experience that oneness, that wholeness, and emptiness, dear friends. As you are, finding that oneness, as you experience that emotions of love, gratitude, I want you to slowly go into breath mindfulness meditation with your fingers into fingers. Rest your hands. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. And observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath. We are going into powerful group meditation. Be with your breath. Observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath. Our goal is to empty the mind of the thousands of thoughts. Our goal is to merge into that greater emptiness, that quantum consciousness that exists all around. Be with your breath. Take any point on the nose and observe your breath is going in and breath is coming out. When we observe our breath, you may find your breath becoming lighter and shorter. Allow yourself to become one with that in breath and the out breath. It is natural to have thoughts when you recognize that you are thinking. Gently come back to observing your breath again. When we observe our breath, our mind becomes slowly empty. As we observe the breath, observe that our mind is becoming slowly and slowly empty of all the thought. Be with your breath. Become one with that in breath and the warm out breath, dear friends. As we merge into that breath, as we slowly and slowly become one with that breath, we experience emptiness inside of us, all around. Allow yourself to go deeper and deeper into that emptiness. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and slowly become empty of all the thoughts in your mind. Breath is our guru, breath is our master. The more we latch on to that breath, dear friends, the more it is connecting us into that greater emptiness. That intelligence all around, your divine self. Allow yourself to slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. And as your mind is becoming empty, can you feel that emptiness inside your body? As you are becoming one with your breath, can you feel that emptiness inside you, all around you. Become aware of that emptiness all around your body, occupying your room. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and experience that emptiness all around. Remember, we are less matter, all energy inside and all around. As we become empty of all thought in our mind, we experience that emptiness, dear friends. As you are merged into your breath, allow yourself to go deeper and deeper into that emptiness of no body, no thing, of no one in no place and no time. Become aware of that emptiness. of the darkness, of that void on your left side. Can you become aware of that emptiness of infinity on your right side, going far and wide? All emptiness is energy. This sea, that quantum energy field with unlimited possibilities and opportunities. Allow yourself to stay connected into this emptiness and into this energy field. Has no body, has nothing. Everything you have ever experienced or will experience is here in this quantum field as energy, as waves of possibilities. The longer we stay in this field, dear friend, the more we receive from it. The more open we become to the possibilities. Stay aware of that emptiness as no body, as no thing. And allow yourself to stay connected to the abundance of healing energy, mystical energy, miraculous energy, empowerment energy, or whatever that you can become aware of. Allow yourself to merge into that emptiness where everybody and everything is connected. Go deeper and deeper into the emptiness of yourself, dear friends. And experience your wholeness again. As you're empty with yourself, those of you who want to lie down, quickly lie down. You may lie down on your floor or a mattress. Relax and observe your in breath and the out breath. And slowly, as you find your breath and observe your breath, find that emptiness inside you, all around you, and allow yourself to drift away into the infinity of that emptiness. Drift away. Friends, let's express gratitude. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. It's an honor and privilege to be exploring consciousness at this time of history. Can you be grateful to your parents? Be grateful to all your teachers and mentors. Be grateful to your family, your friends, your relatives, your colleagues, everybody. Be grateful to this grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals, our planets, our stars. Express gratitude to all the things you use, the technology, your systems, your companies, your governments, the places you visit. Be grateful to yourself and to this intelligent universe of consciousness for allowing us to experience so much more in this life, for allowing you to create a beautiful future.
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव
Relax your body, feel your body.
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव
Recollect your experience from the session.
त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव
Whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then you may open your eyes. Okay, friends. Hope we had a longer practice. Sometimes if some of you feel like didn't want to come out and then continue meditation, then do so, right? Please do so. You don't have to get up. If it really feels, just continue. Experiment. So as we're relaxing in, let's recollect. We are understanding emotional intelligence. If IQ is getting hired, EQ is getting us the promotion, rising up the ladder in the corporate circles. If IQ is about starting a business with a business plan, intelligently understanding the market and this and that, EQ is about actually growing the business and being successful. IQ is about finding the right girl or a boy, but EQ is about actually being able to live the life. Okay, so I have a nice background as I travel to Vizag, to my hometown, to my parents. So you have to bear with that background announcements. Boy. So emotional intelligence, emotional regulation, having that emotional regulation is fundamental, right? So we were talking about this understanding emotional intelligence to this wheel of five things. Let's just recap a bit from what we learned on Wednesday. The five things are self-awareness, starts from that. The moment we are aware, so we're able to do many things better than before. Awareness about our thoughts, feelings, reactions, then expression. So as we're aware, then you start expressing to truly claim back what is yours or what you desire. Your freedom, you claim it back in a large combined family setting where it is purely belief based in many cases. Or in some cases irrational. There is no rationality. I am this, so you have to do what I say. There's no rationality, right? So you truly claim back your freedom rather than being suppressed as self-expression. You know, a lot of expression is with thyroid here, right? So when people start expressing well rather than suppressing it, many of the thyroid problems go away. Many things that are related to thyroid problems go away. It starts working pretty well. These glands are very related. The chakras are very related to some of these emotional blocks. So all of six centers that are there, they all have blocks. When you express creative expression here, then naturally we're getting better in this part of the body. Anything that is controlled by the thyroid glands is getting better. When you start loving yourself, then you start feeling self-empowerment to yourself. When you have this self-empowerment, when you start feeling love, then automatically, the blocks in your chakra 2 and 3 are getting removed. Chakra 2 and 3. Feeling of belongingness, that things are, people are allowing us to live. And then third, feeling of lack of empowerment, that I can't do things. Now you're empowered more from inside. So self-expression is where everything is starts. Self-expression where we start asking, right? When we start asking, then things start coming in our way. If you don't ask ever, then they don't come in our way. If you have a thought in our mind that I want this particular project, I need to go into this project. I need to go into this project. And so you need to ask, right? If you don't ask the thought, you have a thought and you also have a counter thought. No, if I ask, then I don't know, my project is so important. My manager told me last month, this is where you are right now. It's so important, the company. But now I go and ask, you thinks, oh, I'm not that responsible towards company. Instead of me telling him or her, then she's still coming back and asking for a change of the job, change of the projects. So we have this counter thought. And so it is no way it's becoming possible, right? It cannot manifest. But we have to express it with a singular focus, that what gives me happiness most, express with courage. Timing is not yours. Manager may not agree now, but they are going to move towards giving you something else in future. But it starts from now. A lot of times we make decisions for others. We conclude, oh, if I call Chandra, Chandra will be busy, so I don't think I should call him. Why? Let Chandra make the decision about if he's busy or not, right? So make a phone call. Go up to the manager, go up to the CEO, and then muster the courage and go and ask. Now, if they're busy, not busy, is let the assistants tell or let the CEO tell. But we must go there first. We will make our own attempt because we fundamentally feel so important about the company that whatever that we are doing is important for the company, because otherwise our goals also will not be met. We are children, as young students, young children make a lot of assumptions about money, because every time we were about to spend, our parents told, hey, 300 rupees you're spending, so that's a lot of money. Forgetting completely that they'll go and buy a 10,000 rupees dress or sari just for themselves without in front of the children. But they've been conditioned, so 300 rupees is a lot of money, 200 is a lot of money. And so when I want to go for a travel and a vacation during my holidays, I'll think twice and say, okay, maybe I shouldn't be spending so much money. It'll cost 3,000 rupees. Because I already have my conditioned mind, so I should not ask. And so as a child, as a student, as you are growing up, and then you are curtailing many things around the money, because for a lot of people, in a lot of ways, when the conditioning is different. Because we got conditioned that way, perhaps now we've been listening, and so we also carry the same thing to children. Making them think basics, even though we have created a platform to help them to not think basics, instead go from there to build more. Ultimately, it's about either suppress a feeling or let the feeling be expressed. I suppress a desire, let it be expressed. If I suppress a desire, then I've got to live it later. So why delay it when it is possible? So self-expression is where we start claiming what is ours. We must ask, we must express. Let others make their own decisions. We don't make a decision for them. Whether we have enough money or not, let the parent or father decide or mom decide. But you don't make your own decisions for them in your mind and then stop asking. So dear friends, so from self-expression, as we start gaining what we want, then naturally for us, as we start gaining what we want, we're able to be courageous. When you are courageous, then we start speaking truth. We start speaking truth, right? We become truthful. So you are letting out, so there's no managing people anymore. Because once you are brave, then you don't manage people anymore. You want to call a spade as a spade, right? You are to the point, you are expressing because you know that inside you have the courage to talk about it. Even if somebody is trying to sweep things under the carpet, you are now actually talking about it. You're bringing it up to the light. So now, one beautiful thing happens. The manifestation is our thoughts and feelings create reality, and then of course the expression is nothing but a projection of our thought. So when you are expressing, so naturally then things start coming in our way. We'll be surprised, right? We'll be surprised when we muster our courage. Generally, we are fearful, then we don't muster courage to. We are always within the comfort zone. But the moment you muster courage and then go and express and say, "Hey, look, I would like this to be done this way," and then I'm looking for you to be at home or whatever that, and I'm looking for you to be support me every Saturday and Sunday because I have these important things for me at home. So when you are expressing that way, then things start coming in your way because you asked, and obviously it has to manifest. You asked with no doubt, unwavering mind. That's key. Unwavering mind. Doubt, uncertainty have to be taken out of our mind when we are asking, when we are talking to people. So then we start doing that, dear friends. Then we start receiving what we wanted. You create time for yourself, your own morning walks, your own music, your own change of the job if required, because you express it. You express to family, tell you what, I may be earning more money here, but then I'm just going to every day morning and coming back, I'm just getting no time at all. I really want to change my job and change my job to go and do the teaching profession. I know that it gives me less, but I'm going to be happy. You express it, and then you're going to tell them very positively, so they get convinced. Money is not the whole thing, right? So you go and change your job. You also no longer thinking about survival. So it's important. We align to what we deeply feel inside. Meditators are able to feel that because your inside is now saying you're going to be happy when you align to purpose of your life. That feelings that come from are aligning to the purpose of why you came with a plan, and then what is the plan. You should have become a teacher in the first place, but then because everybody said engineering is great, so went and became an engineering graduate, right? We heard this story, so many. So when we start getting what we like, when we start getting what we like, we start enjoying it. We start enjoying it. And so we give our best, right? If I'm earlier, I mean, if I love music practice and then I'm able to create time for my music, and then I'm actually learning and singing, right? And that's so beautiful. I'm so happy. So I generally become a very happy being now. The slightest shift, dear friends, from what we are doing, the routine things you break, and then align to something we really like and express it, you get it, we are happy with it. So automatically our mood lifts up. We no longer feel. That's why meditators are becoming happy slowly over a period of time because they just are doing things they like. So when we become happy, so then you are increasing a sense of responsibility for yourself. You become very self-responsible, self-managing because you're happy now. You have something to look for. When I go into work, you are in this new project or in this new set of people or this new location. You have something to look for to go. So work is no longer boring because you're going to look for, and then rest of the time you're doing something interesting, but there may be several things that are not interesting anymore. But however, you will carry that same sense of joyness in you to go and then do that work too. I've been cooking and cooking and cooking, take care of the house. This house is so boring, right? And how long I didn't take care of the house. Express it, change the sequence, become fearless and employ people. Or when you align to something that you really like by meeting your friends on a regular basis, you come back and then you have so happy that you'll carry on your housework, household chores, no longer as a pain, but instead now just carries on because it's required for you to have that other enjoyment that you're aligned already. So people are able to develop a sense of self responsibility with regular meditation because they start finding things happen, they start seeing things happening for us, so they're very happy. So automatically sense of responsibility comes. We become, especially at a workplace, you become manager's delight. In our homes, you become parents' delight, a grandparents' delight. Oh, okay, so always she takes care of things on her own. So we inspire people because we are now having the self responsibility. Nobody needs to come and follow through. If I give him this work to Koti, I think it's going to be taken care. I don't have to worry about it at all. He will come back and then tell me when he needs help. Great, right? Then I can spend my time rather than following up, and then I can do something else. I can learn something else. So we inspire people, we become an inspiration to others because we are self managing, we are proactive, we have an increased sense of responsibility. And as we are experiencing what we like, slowly we develop, like I said, we are in an elevated mood. So we develop the sense of liking to what is given to us. From what we like, we go into we like what we do. We want to do what we like initially. That's where the expression starts. We want to do what we like. Yeah, I want this, I would like to do this, I would like to do that. But over a period, we recognize, and then because this gives me happiness, and then slowly we're able to do anything else that is given to us. We like what we do. We start developing that. A meditator, as a progress, they start liking whatever that is coming in a way because truly they go into an accept and surrender mode. They recognize that it is my thoughts and feelings create reality. So today, if something is in front of me, it's because of me in the new me who is created perhaps this thought and feeling from the past, and so I accept my today based on my past thought and feeling. 10 years ago, I deeply, with a lot of emotional attachment, wished for something to happen, so today it's happening. I wished for something which is not an interest of me, but then I didn't know at that time. So, but it's happening now, what to do? So, meditators, in many ways, you start liking from doing what you like, you start liking what you do. When you start liking what you do, now entire every day is filled with joy and happiness, right? Of course, then there'll be also a next phase where you truly are 100% aligned to everything you're doing because you're creating. You become a co-creator. You create. You start your own business, you start your own nonprofit, or you go into your own doing organic farming. Everything from morning to night is about that. You live in that world. It's also possible. It's also happening, right? So we become inspiration. And so people at work are inspired by us because naturally we are generally happy and then doing in detail, doing everything proactively. So we become inspired. So people inspire us. Hey, what's up with Kartika madam? Kartika madam always seems to be very happily doing things. So what's up with her? Okay, it must be something. But inspired because that energy is carried. So the entire family comes together and says, okay, so I must be like that too, right? So we inspire people. And then as we are continuing to inspire dear friends, so when you're working with people, so meditators naturally have this empathy. Empathy is a core skill that we develop. We move away from sympathetic to empathetic more and more. Sympathy is something that you feel bad or feel low, you feel bad or low or express sorrow for somebody's suffering. Empathy is to understand that everybody is creating their reality through their own understand their own thoughts and feelings, either now or from the past. It's carried, and so we have a perfect understanding about them. So empathy lifts somebody up. Sympathy takes somebody down. If they are very highly, if the self worth is high, they take somebody down. So we become empathetic. Sympathy is when you see somebody disabled and say, "Oh, poor, I use how life is going to spend time, how his life is going to be." We will not say that sympathetic word when we read about Helen Keller. We will not say it. Somebody blind, somebody deaf, somebody could not speak, and then still went about doing so many things. So because we know it, there are so many stories. Empathy is okay, she's got it. And then give very inspiring words to them. Give up examples of how she or he can, in front of you, can lead a great life because others in that same state are also able to lead a great life. But definitely not a sympathetic word to pull them down. We come to somebody's home, we have old parents, perhaps either wheelchair bound and not able to walk. Then, right in front of them, you're making comments as if it's a great thing. Oh, poor thing, how she's manages, yeah, every day. It must be really tough for you. It's okay, what to do? Life is like that. All of these poor sympathetic words we do, they don't enable others to live better. Instead, they actually program, we cast spells, and instead empathetic words. No problem. Our thoughts create reality. So please think about uncle, so do this, read that, watch that show, do this, and absolutely you can walk. And if required, I'll come every week and then sit with you. That's the way we want to cheer up. So we become empathetic. So we allow others challenges at work in everywhere. We're not complaining. When you have empathetic, you don't complain about others. Somebody says, I'm not able to do my work, and then I'll give you definitely tomorrow. You only look for the seriousness and sincerity of the person. If you the moment you determine they're serious and sincere, then you not blame them, you not complain them. Instead, you're ready to take it on you if you are a manager or leader. You're ready to take it on you. You might look bad in front of your senior management if they're not empathetic, but you fundamentally have the strength to stand up because you know your subordinates are serious and sincere, but they do have a challenge. Everybody has a challenge, right? Everybody has a challenge in their lives. I myself have gone through a similar challenge, so I immediately put myself in other shoe and then understand, say, okay, fine. They're sincere in their attempt, so they're going to do it if not today, tomorrow. Yes, it's going to cause some impact to the business downstream, so I'm going to handle it, right? What to do? So we become empathetic, no longer carry judgments and complaints about others. Empathy is understanding a person from their own point of view. Everybody is right in their own way. It's just that different levels of consciousness. But most importantly, when we are empathetic, we are allowing imperfections to happen. We are not harsh on people. When we are empathetic, we're not harsh on people. If a student, a youngster, one of the difficult phase of youngster is to make the transitioning. What should I do in my life? The 10th grade to 12th grade, we force them and then say, we're asking them, hey, what is it you like? They don't know what they can like. Can I take mathematics or science or engineering or commerce? I don't know what to do. Somehow they manage to take something. And then the crossing over from 12th to engineering or any of those professions, there is a lot of uncertainty for them. There are so many options, branches. So in that uncertainty, already that uncertainty is playing. They're already in emotionally a different phase of their life, right? Because of that adolescence is setting in and an emotionally different phase of the life. And so many things are there. And that time, you must be extremely careful in dealing with them. Can't put so much pressure on them. Empathetic is to understand that the level of consciousness and the environment and everything is there with them, and understand and then deal with them very, very carefully. Not force and say, you haven't figured out what to do, you're only doing games, you're doing this. And many times they're going on to that aspect because they're also challenged, pressurized. So they want to escape from the pressure. Of course, we try to introduce meditation as much. But being empathetic, and then so allowing imperfections to happen. Okay, so they're going to try something. If it doesn't work, they got to try something else. Imperfections to happen. The moment, dear friends, when we allow imperfections to happen at a workplace, particularly, then we're allowing a lot of creativity. We really, really help people to thrive. Creativity happens when you allow imperfections to happen. If you're very strict about one mistake and one failure, you're going to pull up people in front of everybody. People are not going to be creative. They're just going to simply follow a book and then come and then do things that you wanted. That's all. Zero creativity. Neither will they be happy, nor the company or business will grow. We have to allow. Meditators are gaining that natural ability to try new things. We break the routine. So with this understanding, dear friends, the more and more we work with people, so then naturally people are coming. When you are allowing imperfections to happen, you are the best manager. I can tell you, you are the best manager. You are the best homemaker. You are the best grandfather. Anything. When we allow imperfections to happen, recognizing that people are at their own level growing up, and then so they will make mistakes and accept. We have to allow that to ourselves also. In order for to allow that to ourselves, of course, we need a lot of perseverance. That we need to believe in ourselves quite a bit. We need to believe in what we're doing quite a bit. Then we allow ourselves. Thomas Alva Edison, all people who have actually succeeded significantly are because of that. Everything starts with, there is always a first, right? They always say first. Amateurs started Google, Apple, all these companies, right? But then they have succeeded. There are several failures for Apple, but then it succeeded greatly today. On the other hand, a lot of times professionals do things and they may not work, like Titanic ship. It has been touted as one of the biggest, best, world's most strongest, and everything, but they did not work, right? Built by more professionals, but did not work. But amateurs do this, and then it can work. So we have to have belief that anything can happen in ourselves. And so and then as we are becoming very successful, as we're gaining people, friends around us, we become charismatic, we become magnets around us, because naturally that energy vibration is carried. So because we have so much of a sense of responsibility, we start engaging actively with people. We become leaders. We engage with them. We do things collectively. We now start looking from a group consciousness, no longer individual, no longer just helping when somebody asks, but instead we take an initiative and then we want to do a larger work, because we recognize the more we can get people around us happy, the more we can be happy. We'll understand this more in the service week, but that's the equation, right? So we increase our initiatives, more and more initiatives, and so we create larger impact for ourselves, for everybody else. Different. So meditation, in many many ways, is naturally helping us to develop our emotional intelligence. Just in these 5 areas, they are developed naturally. There is a soft skill, many of us branded as, okay, are you a follower or leader? But every meditator is becoming a leader, because a leader is proactive, self-expressive, and then can take initiatives, can allow others to thrive around them. And so every meditator is naturally becoming a leader by themselves. This is absolutely becoming a core skill into businesses. It must have to be there in homes and families anyway, but into the businesses, it is becoming a core skill. Are you practicing any form of meditation or mindfulness? It is becoming a core skill. Yesterday, I was hearing from somebody that Amazon, in many of its positions, is talking some similar language in the position descriptions, job descriptions. It is there, dear friends, and we are happy we're able to provide a participant certificate for many youngsters or anybody, as a way when we go through these 40 days, we are developing that sense skill of mindfulness meditation. It must be there. Then we'll have a great purposeful organizations that are building, not only the only goal is to make profit and increase my share value, but more importantly it is the happiness of the community and employees first. I used to love that quote when HCL's uh, previous CEO, after Shiv Nadir, somebody said, everybody used to say companies first, our customers first, our clients first, and next employees next. But he changed it. He said employees first and then clients next. He changed it. When you looked at immediate team, if they are happy and then joyous, then obviously they can do the best. So thank you, dear friends. We're understanding emotional intelligence. And we'll continue this for 2 more days and then move into spiritual quotient, my favorite subject, something that really puts a lot of this together but expands our understanding beyond the body. Spiritual quotient, we'll understand that from a scientific perspective next week. But before, like I mentioned, you have Ramesh who is going to make announcements today. So today evening, tomorrow and day after, 3 days, that passion, the 3-day workshop that I'm doing, because people always ask in the manifestation week, we didn't have much time, so we can only go into a certain level of detail, certain level. So we're going to go into the detail of that aspect in the next 3 days, evening, India evening time. So 3 days, 3 workshops, 3 sessions, one building upon the other, right? They're not the same, they're different, right? Each one, and with a long meditation, each of them. So join, and in case you are particularly doing first time, join. In case you want to refresh your topics, of course, joining again. If not for anything, join those long group meditations. Okay. I've done this program at least 3 or 4 times with Dr. Newton. He used to call it prosperity and abundance in a different concept. Now, of course, now we learn a lot of science into it now. But every time I attended, I learned something different, something new, right? Because our absorption in each time is only so much. So it's always good to repeat, rehearse, and then strengthen our wires and connections. And so, particularly the people who attended in the past, it's a good thing if you can take time and join it. So thank you very much and have a wonderful day. And always we'll take a few questions after 2 minutes break. Otherwise, we'll see you all at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Thank you all.
Start my day with love. Wanna start my day with love. That's what I get more of is love. I start my day with love. Wanna start my day with love. That's what I get more of is love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of is love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of is love. I choose love, love, love. Love, love, love. I choose it, love, love, love. Love,
Okay.
love, love.
Sonam Chodan, madam, would you like to share how you're enjoying the sessions?
I'm enjoying and I'm getting so much from you. Thank you so much. And I'll keep meditating and I'll even help others to meditate. So that is the key point that I have learned from you. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Wonderful, madam. Wonderful. I forget where you are from.
I'm from Bhutan. I'm from Bhutan. Yes.
Bhutan. Okay. I see. Wonderful. Must start meditation centers there.
Yes, surely. I'm planning to do that. That's why I want to attend your 3 days program on passion today, tomorrow, and day after.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yes.
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 Yes. So this is Bhutan, you said, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Which city?
Right now, I'm in my school. I'm in my room.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you do, ma'am?
I teach children. I teach children with disabilities.
Okay.
Mm, yes.
You should share some stories from children doing extraordinary things.
Mm, you mean the children with disabilities?
Yes, yes.
Uh, I can't say a lot about them, but I'm yet to start a short meditation for 5 to 10 minutes. I'm planning, and then I don't know how effective it will be, because they are quite restless and they have behavioral issues, and their attention span is very short. So I don't know how am I going to do that.
What?
Would you please advise on that?
Yes.
Because
What age group are they, madam? What age group?
um age 8 to 13.
8 to 13, right? Yeah. You know,
Yes.
like everybody, children's attention span is less, is what we think in many ways,
Okay.
because even adults' attention span is very less. It's just that they don't express. They look at you as if they're listening, but they're not listening, right? At least children
Yeah.
will do something else, right? So it is
Yes.
the same. It is the same, but they will do better. So you just, of course, since they are 8 and above, you teach them the full technique. You know, below 8 years, we just ask them to sit down, eyes closed, nothing more.
Okay. Okay.
Above 8 years and a very young children, we just say, sit down, eyes closed. They automatically go into emptiness. Now,
Okay.
as they're elder, so then you tell them, sit, eyes closed, observe the breath, of course. That's it, nothing more. You just tell them, observe the breath.
All
Okay.
right.
You don't have to tell them about emptiness and all of that is not necessary. Just sit down, eyes
Okay.
closed, observe the breath, and that is sufficient. Now, you'll be surprised and amazed. They only need to sit for 10-year-old for 10 minutes. Right? So you start a 15-minute meditation. Initially, it's at
Okay.
a 10-minute meditation, as you 5 minutes as you're thinking, but they will easily, with to your great surprise, will do the 10, 15 minutes easily. They will do it,
Okay.
right?
Thank you so much.
When they're opening their eyes, the only thing you tell them is, hey, I want you to keep your eyes closed. That you tell them, right?
Okay.
Keep your fingers and then keep your eyes closed. That much you tell them. They say, ma'am, I can't observe my breath. No problem. Just stay with your eyes closed. That's all, right?
Okay.
They'll
Okay.
automatically. So first important thing is to be able to sit with eyes closed, and then once they practice it, next natural thing happening to them is to observe the breath, which they can do easily. Okay,
Thank you so much for your advice.
yeah, but they will do. They will really be. It will be very very helpful when they take on, and then when you give some of the knowledge that their thoughts create reality. So a lot of all of what is being said to them will go away,
Okay.
and they start developing that great thought power. That's all is important for them to do,
Oh,
start doing extraordinary things.
okay. I have only 8 children with me, so I think I'll be able to manage. Uh, but
Yes, madam.
yes,
Yes,
the parents along with them, so they can even help in doing so.
absolutely.
Mm.
8 Buddhas. You are creating 8 Buddhas. Remember that. That's how it is. Because that could be the next Buddha too. Yes.
Okay.
Anybody else would like to share? India is always taking advantage of a time that is there. High emotional intelligence. Right, go ahead. Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. Day by day, I have been finding so much changes within me. Like previously, I could not read novels and books so much, but nowadays I have the habit of reading books as well. And moreover, my focus and concentration in any work has been increased. And I have also stopped procrastinating things or pending things which I feel difficult. And I am also planning to give a small project regarding stress coping mechanism through mindfulness among adolescents, because youth are more targeted, because adolescents are less targeted after 1 month. So I hope the things which I have learned here will also help me so much, and I have also understood. That's all, sir. I have found more and more positive changes within me.
Wonderful. You are from Nepal, right?
Yes, sir.
We are doing this youth program starting next Monday.
I have registered, sir.
Registered, but more than registration, I think you should be part of the team over a period so that you should become a teacher to teach there in your own language or whichever way you'd like to do, right? So get in touch with Lalita, right? See your facilitator, they can connect you to Lalita. But absolutely, you should teach whatever project you starting. They will give you full support, all the literature, documentation, whatever that you need, presentations, musics, so you can have everything at your hand to do your best.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes.
Pavan Bal, can you please unmute yourself, sir?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yes. Good morning.
Yes, sir, I am feeling lot of changes in my daily routine and even my work-life balance, and even I am able to manage multiple tasks at one go with the help of this meditation. Even now I am focused on my work and my health and my family. Thank you very much for the.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Pawan. Sudipti, Madam Sudipti, would you like to share? Okay. So you have somebody else, please? Yes, Prema.
Emma, can you please unmute yourself, ma'am?
Good morning to everybody.
Morning.
This is almost the end of the 4th week of the meditation, and I felt that I should take the opportunity to share a few things, my experiences with the Master Chandra and the rest of the masters, as well as my colleagues who are meditating with us. Ever since I started this meditation, I've had this wonderful feeling about myself. Actually, I think a lot of positive energy is being generated around me as well as the environment that I am in. In fact, even at my work front, a lot of positive developments have been happening. And I relate all of these things and associate them to these manifestations that's being taught through this meditation. And for all the great experience, I just want to express my deep, deep gratitude to the Buddha CEO. It's all the people who have been behind this to make this happen. The masters for their exceptionally wonderful, fantastic guidance. So I just want to say a word of express a word of deep, deep, deep gratitude. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Bhutan.
Bhutan. Okay. Wonderful. Yes, we want your experience to be written and then sent to us. We're looking to publish the experiences. It will be great if you, as you say, many experiences are there. So you can write down small to big. Nothing is small. And Yes, if you can write down and then send to Revati or to your facilitator, it will reach us.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll do that. We'll do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, and have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you. You too. Yeah.
Vindhya Devalla ma'am, can you unmute yourself?
Please switch on your video too so we can see you. Yes.
Hello, sir. Yeah. Thank you, Chandra sir. Today I felt like you were actually addressing directly me when you were saying how we do. I did like my maybe not engineering, management studies, and then I started doing engineering job, and then I changed to teaching. I started doing what I liked. I took a break, and so I was connecting so much when you said, and after that, the statement you made that meditators do what they like, and then they start liking what they do. I was thinking, what should I do? Because of COVID, I took a break, and I'm like, I miss teaching, but at the same time, there was a lot of stress at that time. I'm also a special education teacher. The other lady who was mentioning, I teach special needs students. I connect, but obviously we take a lot of that stress from them, and I needed. It was a time to figure out what I need to do. So meditation came, and this whole year I've been this 4 sessions I've been doing with you. Thank you. I'm never bored with it. I like it more and more. So I was wondering what should I do, but I think your statement makes so much of sense. I mean, whatever I take up, I'm sure I like it. So I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much. And,
Wonderful.
that's all I wanted.
Wonderful. That very thought is sufficient to attract the right thing, madam, because we drop the resistance, right? We drop the resistance. So then naturally, we're allowing the natural flow to happen towards us. So the right thing will have to happen now. Because first we neutralize and then we create. So when you drop the resistance, we neutralize. So the plan is something is being sent to us. And then we, of course, we create as a co-creator something more interesting to us. Both are there. That's wonderful. Thank you. Okay, friends. So thank you. Thank you very much for your time. And we'll see you all back tomorrow at 6 a.m. Thank you all.
Believe it, do it, think it, dream it, believe it, do it. I'm taking all those blocks away from me. I'm claiming my passion right now. I am the CEO of my life, and nothing's gonna stop me. No way, no how. Think it, dream it, believe it, do it. Think it, dream it, believe it, do it. I'm gonna dare to dream and make some plans of all the things I want to do. I'm gonna lighten my load and ask for help. I am open to receiving, and my dreams are coming true. Think it, dream it, believe it, do it. Think it, dream it, believe it, do it.
Thank you, masters. We can meet tomorrow.